5 hidden things men do in bed only. When they're truly in love, they say a man can fake his words, but never his energy. When he's deeply in love, even the quietest moments reveal the truth of his heart. Carl Jung once said that love reveals the unconscious. It brings to the surface everything a man tries to hide. And when he's with the woman he truly loves, his soul shows itself in the smallest, most unspoken gestures. This isn't about physical love. It's about the psychology behind intimacy, the hidden emotional language that speaks when words fall silent. Because the way a man connects, protects, and expresses in his most private moments says more about his love than anything else. So here are 5 hidden things men do only when they're truly in love. Not everyone will understand them, but if you've seen even one of these signs, you've seen real love in its purest form. 1. He becomes fully present. When a man is truly in love, he's no longer distracted by the outside world. In that moment, nothing else exists. No stress, no noise, no ego. He's fully there, emotionally and mentally. Jung believed that true love is a unifying experience. It dissolves the boundaries between the conscious and unconscious mind. That's why a man in love doesn't just look at you. He sees you. Not the version you show to the world, but the soul beneath it. When he's with you, his attention becomes sacred. His eyes soften. His touch becomes deliberate. His energy calms down. This presence is not about lust, it's about connection. He's saying without words, I see you, I choose you, and I'm here with you. It's in these quiet moments where his truest self emerges, the part that doesn't need to impress, but simply wants to connect. This presence is rare. It can't be faked. It's the kind of stillness that comes only from a man whose heart feels safe. He shows vulnerability without shame. Most men are raised to hide their emotions, to stay strong, to stay silent. But when a man truly loves a woman, that mask begins to fall. Jung said, "The meeting of 2 personalities is like the contact of 2 chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. Love transforms a man." It gives him permission to be human again. You'll notice he starts sharing things he's never told anyone before. His fears, his failures, his dreams, and even the wounds that shaped him. Because in true love, vulnerability is not weakness. It's trust in motion. He may hesitate at first, but once he feels your acceptance, his guard comes down. That's how you know it's real. Because a man can pretend strength, but he cannot pretend openness. When he lets you see the cracks in his armor, he's saying, I trust you enough to show you where I've been hurt. That's not something he offers to everyone. That's reserved for the one who makes his soul feel safe. 3. He mirrors your emotions. Love creates a subtle synchronization, an invisible dance between 2 energies. When a man is deeply in love, he unconsciously mirrors your emotions. If you're anxious, he becomes protective. If you're joyful, he lights up. It's not a performance. It's empathy in its purest form. Carl Jung called this process psychic attunement, the merging of energies between 2 individuals at a soul level. You'll notice he starts speaking like you, reacting like you, even picking up your habits without realizing it. It's his mind's way of saying, I'm with you, I understand you. He might not always have the right words, but his actions tell you everything. He becomes emotionally in tune, reading the unspoken, sensing your moods, responding to your silence. It's one of the most beautiful, invisible signs of real love, when 2 souls begin to move in harmony without a single word exchanged. 4. He slows down and moves with intention. When a man is not in love, he rushes. He tries to reach the end, to conquer, to prove something. But when he's truly in love, the rush disappears. There's no hurry to get somewhere, because he's already where he wants to be. He slows down, not because he's uncertain, but because he wants to feel every part of the connection. His actions become intentional, his gestures more meaningful. Every touch, every pause, every breath becomes a silent conversation. It's as if he's saying, I'm not here for the moment. I'm here for you. Jung believed that the masculine energy finds wholeness through presence and purpose. When a man is truly connected to the woman he loves, he begins to reflect that inner balance. He stops performing and starts feeling. He's no longer trying to prove he's enough. He already knows that he is, because love has quieted his inner chaos. This slowness is not physical, it's emotional. It's a calm that replaces performance with connection, desire with depth, and attraction with appreciation. It's one of the purest signs of love, when a man no longer treats the moment as something to finish, but something to cherish. He protects your emotional space, even in silence. This is perhaps the rarest and most powerful sign of true love. When a man's love is real, he begins to protect the energy between you. Not just your body, not just your time, but the emotional atmosphere you share. You'll notice he becomes careful with his words. He won't mock your feelings. He won't turn away when you're vulnerable. He listens, even when he doesn't understand right away. Carl Jung said that the foundation of love is understanding, and understanding requires stillness, a willingness to be there, even when things are uncomfortable. So when a man truly loves, he starts to honor that stillness. He'll make you feel safe in your most insecure moments. He won't always fix things, but he'll make sure you never feel alone in them. That's how you know it's love. Not attraction, because attraction fades when the mood shifts. But love grows deeper in silence, in tears, in laughter, in patience. A man in love guards your peace, not with control, but with care. He makes your presence feel light, your worries smaller, your emotions seen. He becomes your calm, not your storm. When these 5 signs appear together, when all these hidden signs appear, his presence, his vulnerability, his emotional mirroring, his intention and his protection, you are no longer witnessing ordinary affection. You're witnessing psychological intimacy. The merging of 2 unconscious minds that have recognized each other. Jung believed this kind of bond doesn't happen often. It's not found through beauty, charm, or chance. It's found when 2 souls have reached a level of maturity where love becomes a mirror, reflecting not what we desire, but what we need to grow. This is why when a man truly loves, his energy changes. He becomes gentle but grounded, soft but certain, and through that balance, he allows love to become what it was always meant to be, a place of transformation. Love, when seen through the eyes of psychology, isn't just a feeling, it's an awakening. Jung said that real love doesn't begin when 2 people meet, but when 2 souls recognize what they've been missing within themselves. That's why the deepest connections feel so rare, because they're not built on attraction or desire. They're built on awareness. When a man is truly in love, every part of him begins to evolve. He no longer looks at love as possession, but as reflection. He starts asking deeper questions, not, what can I get from her? But what can I become because of her? That's the hidden truth Jung wanted us to see. That love is not about completion, but transformation. And this transformation begins in the quietest moments, when 2 souls stop pretending and simply exist together, fully seen, fully known. You can see this change in the smallest details. He starts remembering what makes you smile. He listens differently. He reacts softer. And even his silence begins to feel warm, like he's speaking through presence instead of words. That's the kind of love Jung described as individuation through connection, where 2 people grow together but never lose themselves. He gives without keeping score. He loves without conditions. He stays not because he needs to, but because something deep within him feels home. The truth is, love reveals what kind of man he truly is, because when the feelings fade, when time passes, when life gets harder, the mask falls off, and only genuine intention remains. A man in love doesn't love to escape loneliness. He loves because he's found meaning. He doesn't run from your flaws. He understands them. He doesn't chase perfection. He values presence. And that's how you know the love is real. When he chooses to stay kind even when he could pull away. When he stays calm even when he could argue. When he stays close even when the world turns cold. That's not chemistry. That's commitment. That's not desire. That's devotion. Jung once said, "The meeting of 2 souls is like the blending of 2 different worlds. Both are forever changed, yet neither is lost." When a man loves like this, it's not just affection, it's evolution. Because through loving you, he rediscovers parts of himself that he forgot existed. Maybe that's why real love feels both terrifying and beautiful. It asks you to let go of who you were to become who you were meant to be. So if you've ever met a man who looks at you not as a possession, but as a mirror, not as a fantasy, but as truth, hold on to that. Because in a world that celebrates temporary connections, to find someone who slows down, listens, understands, and sees you, that's not ordinary love, that's rare. That's sacred. And maybe that's what Jung meant all along. that the deepest love isn't found in passion or pleasure, but in the moments when two people become completely honest with each other. When they strip away the masks, the expectations, the noise, and what's left is something pure, still, and profoundly human. That's when you know it's real. That's when love stops being just a feeling and becomes a reflection of the soul.